Peach, Nintendo's golden girl and perpetual damsel in distress. Her beautiful golden locks have brought many lonely boys to tears at night. Other princesses might contend over who's the most coveted, but at the end of the day, Peach reigns supreme. Yet it is fascinating as to how she became such an icon without showing so much as a hint of any individuality. Peach is in an interesting position, as she is one of the most recognizable princesses, yet she has zero personality. I guess that's what you get for being the prize at the end of the best-selling video game series, but that has been Peach's curse, always being relegated to the role of kidnappee without given an opportunity to develop an actual personality. Now, for the sake of fairness, the games do need something to motivate the players to play to the end, and given Super Mario Bros. Was released in 1985 for kids of the 80s, a princess was the perfect fit. And things have more or less stayed the same. To give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt, what were they to do? They couldn't just change the Mario formula to suit more modern values. This was a formula that has generated literal millions of dollars for the brand after all. Now, they got away with changing things up a little in Super Mario 3D World by instead saving these adorable little fairy-like beings named Sprixies, all the while having Peach as a playable character. But that was always kind of a one-off thing, not something that was here to stay. Otherwise, well, you know the deal. Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser and Mario has to go on an awesome adventure to save her. Simple, yet effective. If we know one thing about Nintendo, it is that they are stubborn. So here we are, society demanding for Nintendo to change. While Nintendo puts their fingers in their ears and says la 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 la, all the while Peach is stuck in between, never given an opportunity to become her own. That is until Universal came into the picture. With Mario's big leap into the cinemas, some things had to change, and that includes Peach. You see, it is generally unwise to put a character in a story who literally has no character traits, so Peach had an overhaul. And I was excited. We finally get to see a Peach who actually has a fully defined personality. She's fierce and no nonsense, and headstrong, and girl bossy. Wait, did they make Peach into a stereotypical strong female character now? Well, it's complicated. First of all, I want to say that it wouldn't be the end of the world if Peach were to become a girl boss. It would be preferable to an empty vessel of a character we've had for 3 decades. The problems start to arise when we add Mario into the mix. Mario has always been an everyman. The games were always about the players using Mario as a vessel for going on a fun adventure. It allowed players to create their own stories using the plumber. And that's what Mario stands for here. He is the everyday man, a plumber from Brooklyn who finds himself in a fantastic world. This is his journey discovering the Mushroom Kingdom. And if Peach is taking the limelight from him, then that would detract from the overall story. And that is ultimately what scares me with Peach. She was very passive and kind and ladylike in the beginning. So to fit Western values, they hard pivoted to a hardcore, no-nonsense, super female warrior. Essentially, they are forgetting what Peach was all about. So the everyman Mario narrative isn't compatible with the modern idealized version of girl bosses where it's all about you and how great you are and how the world needs to change for you. If you were paying attention, the keyword there is all about you. This kind of narcissistic thinking reinforces the lack of accountability our culture has come to, and ultimately feeds this eldritch demon that has consumed most of our entertainment. Now, before you grab your pitchforks and light your torches, let me first offer an olive branch. As I said before, Peach's one and only characteristic was that she was kind. In the trailers for the Mario movie, we see her being the leader of the Mushroom Kingdom, and a good one at that. The fact that she not only rises to the impending threat of Bowser, but that she's outright willing to fight on the front lines shows that she truly cares about her kingdom and the people who reside in it. That kind of compassion only comes from someone who's willing to lay down their life for the greater good of her people. Even on her downtime, she's shown to be chill and compassionate. She's willing to take time to admire the stunning scenery of the Mushroom Kingdom with her newfound friends. Hell, she's even completely willing to help Mario, a complete stranger, to get him ready to help save the Mushroom Kingdom. That's what is being shown in the training montage. It's not just Peach being a badass for the sake of being a badass. She needs to show Mario the mechanics of this world and how it works. And she even shows a willingness to call for help because she acknowledges that she can't take on the Bowser threat alone. That's why we see them go to the Jungle Kingdom and ask for help from the Kongs. This is exactly why I personally think that Peach isn't a girl boss, at least in the modern sense. Yes, she is a girl, and yes, she is bossy, but it's all for a higher purpose. It's not just to serve a narcissistic need to say, I am here, worship me. It shows her absolute dedication to the service of the Mushroom Kingdom and its citizens. The fact that she is not only willing to acknowledge when her best isn't enough and call for aid from a neighboring kingdom, let alone a complete stranger, and finally, when Bowser is at their doorstep, her willingness to fight to the death to protect her people, that is her arc here. The progression of a leader by acknowledging their failings and willing to call for aid when things aren't looking the best, and ultimately rising to the occasion at the 11th hour, willing to lay down their life for the greater good of their people. If you're wondering why that sounds familiar, it's because it's Aragorn's character arc from The Lord of the Rings. And I'm personally happy that they borrowed a great arc from a great story rather than turning Peach into a stereotypical girl boss. And ultimately, this stays with Peach's core personality trait of being caring and compassionate. She only wishes for the best for everyone around her. And personally, I think this will be beneficial for the overall plot, as I think part of Mario's character arc is going to be motivated by his brother being kidnapped, then later discovering a new family in Peach and Toad, and all the denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom. Then the two mash together when he finally has his emotional reunion with his bro. Not only will adventure be the main theme, but also family and friendship and love towards the people who embrace you for who you are rather than an idealized version of you. It's a selfless theme of love and community between a tight-knit cast of characters who all share a common goal. It is a theme of unconditional love. And I don't know about you, but I think we need more stories like that. But I want to know what you guys think the main themes of the Mario movie are going to be, so hit me up in the comments below, hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.